Hello everyone, it's week 4 of the Make a Journal from Junk and Scraps prompt in the Facebook group, the Mixed Media Emporium. Now the challenge for this week is to create a page or several pages if you want to in your journal. Now of course last week we were busy making ephemera and embellishments. I just want to show you where I've placed mine throughout the journal. I didn't do it last week just because the video had gone on for quite a long time as it was, and I wanted to take time to sit back and play around with the pages and just see where I wanted them to go. So I'll give you a quick flip through before we get started. Now, of course, I showed you some of these dot embellishments that I'd made last year. Just using punched out pieces of black cardstock, acrylic paint that I dotted onto the little circles, and Nuvo drops. I've used various colours of Nuvo drops. These are the only two that I've got to hand at the moment, but these are just dimensional dots. They're just absolutely gorgeous. So I've glued two together, left a little space here just so that I can use that to sort of, like an edge embellishment. I can take it off as well when it comes to decorating the page if I want to, and once it's finished then maybe I'll glue it down and secure it. So that's the first thing I've used. I also showed you this card that I'd received from Laurie with the Piles of Paragraphs Tag of the Month kit. It had thank you in the centre, so I've just used some trim, some linen fabric and an embellishment from wallpaper. This is just a flower cut out of wallpaper, and I added gold paint to that, so I've popped that there. And I just used some of my red score tape. Where's it gone? Have I put it away again? I use these reels of red score tape. It's incredibly strong. It comes in a couple of different widths as well. This one is the really fine one. So I've just added some to the back of the card here, and that's how I've stuck it down. What else have I got? Let's have a quick flick through. I can't remember where I put them now. Of course, I made some of these little pockets out of a polka dot paper bag. I've decided to put one here as a tuck spot. I made the crochet embellishment. I've just popped that there because I think it goes really well with that purple wallpaper. Let's just make sure that I am in camera shot for you. What else did I add? Here we go, another one of the polka dot pockets. Now I used some of these embellishments here. These were just ones that I picked up from somewhere like Poundland, and I decided to add one of these to the plain polka dot pocket just to jazz it up a bit. I think the flowers go really well with this here. This was the trim that was on the top of the paper bag, and all I've done is peeled up the sticker just so that I can have that as an embellishment on the side of my page here. It also acts as a tuck spot on the other side. This was the lovely card that I received from my friend Maggie, and again I've just got that I can have as a tuck spot. Another one of the polka dot paper bags, and I do believe, oh no, here we go, and another one of the crocheted paper clips, and I do believe that is it. So let me pull out some more scraps and let's try and do a page. I've decided I want to work on this page here, but it's got this on the other side, so I'm going to pull it out from this side just so that it doesn't get stuck. Let me just move my journal out of the way. And I've got this gorgeous image here that I've had out of some kind of crafting magazine. I have no idea which one. Gorgeous greeting card, stand 331. I really have no idea where that's come from, but I just think that's just the most beautiful image. I've also pulled out this piece of paper here. I want to cover obviously this at the top, so I've pulled out this piece here as well, again, which I think has come out of a magazine or is a scrap from something, and also this gorgeous image here, which again is another one that's cut out of a magazine. I have no idea which magazine any of these have come out of because I've obviously cut them out at some stage, and I found these in my scrap drawer, but I'm just going to glue these on like that, and then I shall trim down the side. Now I'm just gluing these elements down with a glue stick. This paper is really thin, so a glue stick is more than adequate. I've inked around the edges of this one here as well, just to get rid of the whiter edges, and I want that to go there just to cover up that bit there. Want as much of that flower showing. And doesn't that just look adorable? Let's just get her straight. This could well have come out of something like a Daphne's Diary magazine. I'm really not sure. Isn't that a pretty page? So I'm just going to trim the edges and then we can decide how we want to put it into the journal. Now I've cut my image down to size. I just think that's so beautiful, but I do feel that just on that light grey background it just gets a little bit lost. I found a page that I've torn out of or cut out of a Daphne's Diary magazine, and I just think that will finish everything off really nicely. A really nice mount for that page, but I am going to take it off to my sewing machine and just sew around the edges just to tie in with the sewing that's already on this image here. I just love that page so much. It's just so adorably cute. Really happy with that. Now I found another image, and I suspect it's come from the same magazine. Now I've been racking my brains as to where I would have got these from. There is an exhibition, or there used to be pre-COVID, at the National Exhibition Centre. And years ago, I used to receive a little black book, and I've got a feeling that I've torn these images out of there. Now, I do want to trim this down. I don't want sort of any of this advertising on there, but perhaps we can do something with this. I just think that's adorably cute as well. So I've cut that image down, and I've also pulled out this envelope. Now this was an envelope that my son Sam gave me with a Mother's Day card, and I just like the dots in that because it matches the splatters that are in the background itself. So I'm going to cut a little piece of that down, a piece from the centre. I've glued that down, and you can see that I did end up rounding the corners first, just because I thought that looked better. And I've also pulled out a piece of paper from Daphne's Diary magazine. I have decided, I've been inspired by Sue in the Facebook group, who has been using all of her pages from Daphne's Diary, and mine are all sitting on my shelf and I can't bear to cut into them, and I thought that is just ridiculous. And of course they fit the usual scraps prompt. So I want to glue this on here like this. I think it goes really well with the pink on the opposite side of the page. So I'm just seeing where I need to glue it. I'm just going to make a little mark like that. There we go. Bring in some deli paper as well, just to catch the excess glue. And what's the best way to do this? I'm just going to apply it to the bottom of the page here, like this. There we go. And if I've got a pencil mark showing, I can rub it out afterwards. And so we'll stick that down. I think I need a bit more glue. There we go, that will do. And I'm just going to stick that down there like that. And then I want some trim or something just to hide this join. Now I've pulled out some polka dot ribbon, which I thought would disguise this by Hannah Dale. I don't want the branding on there, so I'm going to stick that on using some Fabri-Tac. And then we need something to hide Rendale Designs. Now I think the easiest way to do this is to apply glue just to the middle like this. If it's not secured directly at the edges, I'm okay with that. So I'm just going to stick this on. I just think that looks really pretty. That goes nicely. So I just need to make sure that I've got that straight. In fact, if I stand up to do it, because I know that it's going to really bug me if it's wonky. And then I can just make sure that I have got it secured nicely at the edges, which I have on the one side. There we are. Oh, no, I haven't. There we go. So I'm just going to set that down underneath a heavy book for a minute or two. I've decided to cover the branding up with this little flower embellishment here. I think that will go nicely. I'm going to stick it down with a foam dot though, just to lift it up and give it a bit of dimension. So let me just, oh, wrong place. Hang on, peel it up. So I'm just going to stick that down there like that, and then I've got a couple of smaller pieces as well, just to go just to go on the end. Let's see how I can, in fact that one I think might be too big. Let me cut it in half. There we go, that's a bit better. So we'll have one there and one there. And so I can stick that down. And then this bottom bit will go over the lace. Peel those off. So let me just make sure I get this in the right place. Oh, butterfingers, right. Out there like that. So that's covered that up nicely. And then I've also, what have I done with it? Pulled out one of the Tim Holtz Chit Chat stickers, just because I felt that it needed just something just to balance it out. Where do I want that to go? So I'm going to fiddle around with this until I think I'll have it centralised in between the flower and the bird. It's going to need a little bit of extra glue, but something like that. Oh, that one's now popped in the journal. I think that looks so pretty. I need something grey on this side here, just to pull these three together. So I need to have a ponder on that one. Now, I have got some images that I received in Happy Mail that I want to use. I've got this gorgeous girl that my friend Lena sent me in Happy Mail last year. I think it's maybe from a Flow magazine. It's just absolutely gorgeous, and I think it picks up really well with the gold on the other side. I've pulled out another piece of paper from Daphne's Diary magazine, which I think just sets the background off nicely. I do like the white. I think it's really delicate, so I don't want to add anything else to that, or at least I don't think I do. I do think I want to round the edges though. I think I want that to go there like that. And I've also pulled out this, which was sent to me in Happy Mail as well, not from Lena. I do believe that this was one of Laura's that she sent me a couple of years ago. So I'm going to stick that down there like that. I'm not going to ink around the edges either, because I just think it looks lovely just the way it is. I think that's a really beautiful image. It says Charlie Turop, 1897. Jan Turop, I hope I've pronounced that correctly. Absolutely gorgeous. Now, what I do want to do is move this pink piece of vellum that's behind there. You see, that looks better already. And where do I want that to go? Here we go. It can go there. And that's the good thing about having your pages like this. You can move them around, you can take them out to work on, and you see, I think the colours of that go really well. That's much better. Where is it? There we go. I've pulled out a couple of my other embellishments, and I do want to place these. I did have a place in mind. Here we go. I wanted that to go there like that, I think. No, I'm going to have it on this side here, just because I don't like the black part there with this. This is the card I made with Laurie's Tag of the Month kit. I think that's gorgeous. I love it. And I'm just going to glue that down with some Fabri-Tac. And if I have it a bit further up, actually, then I can put some kind of quote when I come across one that that works. So I'm just going to use Fabri-Tac to glue this down, because it's on cardstock. Here we go. I'm just going to use my finger as well, just to pull that glue to the edge, and then make sure I get it the right way up. That can go there like that. I just love those colours together. I think that's absolutely beautiful. Love that. And then I found a spot as well for this card. I'm just going to pop that in my little pocket there. That goes nicely. I found an embellishment for one of the smaller pages that I've got. I've got this butterfly that has been cut from a piece of wallpaper, and I think that goes really well. So I'm just going to glue that on as well. I've inked around the edges, and all I've done is just cut some antenna, because I'd fussy cut around them, just with some jewellery wire, bent it in half and glued it on with some glossy accents, or diamond glaze I think it was actually. So I am just going to stick that on there like that. I think I'll use 3-in-1, just because this wallpaper in the background is quite textured. So we just put some glue on here. I'm going fairly close to the edge, because I don't want it creasing when I turn my pages. So normally I like to have a bit of dimension, but I don't think it's going to work necessarily in this case. So just make sure I've got plenty on that edge. There we go. And if I stick that towards the top, then I can add a quote as and when I come across one that I think fits. That's really pretty, isn't it? So now I can, let me just pop that to one side, pop that back in the journal, and that's just a bit more decoration for that little central page. Now I said I wanted something grey to go on these pages here, and I found something that's absolutely perfect. Lena also sent me a whole stack of wallpaper samples. There are some gorgeous ones here. Isn't that just beautiful? But there's some grey ones, and I want to use these two pieces in particular. Now this one I will probably at some stage end up gluing that on there, but I'm not going to do that today because I've got no idea what I would team with it. I'd probably use washi tape or something to piece them together, so I'm going to keep that one in reserve. But what I do want to do is use this one here on this side of the page, and I'm also going to use this beautiful gold wallpaper as well. Now I'm just going to trim some of the sides just so that I can have a piece of gold either side of that, but it picks out the colour in that wallpaper absolutely beautifully. I've taken the page out of my journal just so that it's easier to work on, and I want to glue these two pieces on the side here. I've still got a strip left as well that I can use for something else. I'm just going to use glue stick to do that. Now that the gold is down, I'm just going to glue that on top as well and just trim it at the edges. I've already trimmed the gold, and then I need to find something that will sort of blend it together seamlessly. Now there's a couple of things I could use for this, and I wish you were here to shout at me and tell me which one you think looks best. I've got the ribbon that I used on the previous page, so of course, you know, that would add continuity, which I always like. Whoops, hang on, we've got a landslide going on. But I've also got this washi tape that I got out of this kit here that I picked up from Amazon last year. I've had my money's worth out of this. There are some beautiful designs, but the only thing is you don't get very much on the rolls, and I've used this one quite a bit, to be honest. Or I could use this washi tape. I think it's going to have to be the washi tape. I can tell already that I just think that that the ribbon is just a bit too heavy. I do need to add extra glue to this, so pop that one away. I'm just going to tear a piece off now. I do want to try and centralize those dots so that it looks even. You know me. So how am I going to do this? In fact, if I have it there so that we've got the 3 dots, that will do it. So I'm just going to add some glue stick to the back of this, and I'll do exactly the same on this side here as well. So this washi tape isn't particularly sticky, so we'll just run that down there like that. And how did I say I wanted that to go? In fact, I quite like having the little gold on this side here as well. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Did anybody notice my mistake? I wanted my page to go there like that, but I've glued the image onto the wrong side of this piece of paper. And of course, if I turn it round the other way, then everything is upside down. But not to worry, what we can do, we can have the painty paper on the inside instead. So that will now go next to that page there, which works, that's fine. And that one's going to go there, which still looks really pretty anyway. So, you know, no harm done. Just to recap, the challenge for this week is to create a journal page in your junk journal, or several if you want to. You know, no pressure, do as much or as little as you want to do. But I do hope that this video has given you some ideas as to the types of things you can use and, you know, how you can lay them out. I'm really pleased with how this journal is coming together. Especially these 2 pages, aren't they just so adorably cute? But if you've enjoyed my video today, as always, I'd really appreciate a thumbs up. It does let YouTube know that you like what I'm doing. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Don't forget to go and check out Kylie's video as well and see what she's been up to this week. You'll find the link to Kylie's video in the description box below. But thanks for watching. Take care, everyone, and I'll see you all again soon. Bye for now.